What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, June 11th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have an 11-game MLB slate today. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. So I like Mitch Keller. He's pitching against the New York Mets. Mitch Keller only giving up a .564 OPS versus righties, facing 4 righties here today. And the Mets have only hit 7 of his last 34 pitches. That's a .206 batting average. So Mitch Keller is $10,300 FanDuel salary, 100 more on DraftKings, averaging 38 fantasy points per game on the season. He has an ERA of 3.6, record is 7-2, pitching an average of 97 pitches per game, and he had a bad game last game, only pitched 5 innings, so I do think this is a good bounce back spot. So I like Mitch Keller here versus the New York Mets. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So I like Adley Rutschman. He's got a 54% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Carlos Hernandez. Adley Rutschman batting a .777 OPS versus righties. Carlos Hernandez pitching his worst ball versus switch hitters, 52% worse than his other pitches, giving up a 1.112 OPS versus switch hitters. And Adley Rutschman is 1 for 2 here versus Hernandez. He's $3,300 FanDuel salary, 2,100 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .274, and he scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. So I like Adley Rutschman here versus Carlos Hernandez. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Nicky Lopez as a value play here. Let me just see. Yeah, we can give you Nicky Lopez. He's got an 89% batting advantage over Kyle Gibson. Nicky Lopez batting 54% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .754 OPS versus righties. Kyle Gibson pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, giving up a .860 OPS versus lefties. Now Nicky Lopez is 2 for 9 here versus Gibson. But I like this pick. He's only $2,200 FanDuel salary, 200 less on DraftKings, averaging 7 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .225, so he's a little bit of a dart throw sleeper pick here, but I like Nicky Lopez here versus Kyle Gibson. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So I like Nolan Arenado. He's got a 13% batting advantage here over Hunter Green. Nolan Arenado batting a .745 OPS versus righties. Hunter Green pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .841 OPS versus righties. So Nolan Arenado is 2 for 8 here versus Green. And he's $3,200 FanDuel salary, 2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He's been on fire, scoring, 25, 25, 9, 22, and 10 fantasy points in his last 5 games. Has a batting average of 276. So I like Nolan Arenado here versus Hunter Green.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. So I like Orlando Arcia. He's batting against the low-salary pitcher Trevor Williams. Orlando Arcia, he's batting a .649 OPS versus righties. Trevor Williams giving up a .790 OPS versus righties. So I like this pick because he's 5 for 19 here versus Williams. It's a .263 batting average and a .859 OPS. He does have a home run, 2 doubles, and 2 singles. So he's $2,900 FanDuel salary, 600 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. Scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. And I like this pick because he has a batting average of .318. So I like Orlando Arcia here versus Trevor Williams. Okay, moving on to the outfield position here. A stud pick, JD Martinez in a smash spot here versus Tajon Walker. He is 7 for 12 versus Walker. With a 1.5 OPS, he's 4,000 FanDuel salary, 1,600 more on DraftKings, averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season this year, batting average of .275. So I think he could be a good home run hitter pick here tonight. So I like JD Martinez here versus Tajon Walker. But now I also like Austin Hayes. He has a 26% batting advantage over Carlos Hernandez. Austin Hayes batting a .785 OPS versus righties. Carlos Hernandez giving up a .650 OPS versus righties. But I like this pick because Austin Hayes is 3 for 6 here versus Hernandez with a 1.238 OPS. He's 3,100 FanDuel salary, 900 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .307 and did score fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. So I like Austin Hayes here versus Carlos Hernandez.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.